I've talked about this before, but I'm really tired of these online creators who have massive platforms. They got all kinds of connections. They got access to a lot of money. All they do is sit online and complain about um, technology. AI is going to blah 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 this and that. Which they could be right. They could be an evil AI, right? But what are they doing about it? All they do is sit here and complain. Complain, complain, complain. And I'm just tired of these people. I'm tired of I don't I'm done with shock content. There's nothing that the left can do anymore that surprises me. Um and to sit here and just like be offended on the internet. Somebody like me is one thing because I don't have much of a platform and it is what it is. But people who have millions of followers and access to like all these different people and they don't get together and have massive boycotts. This is why the right loses all the time. Because they're a bunch of fucking pussies, man. I'm gonna say it like they're a bunch of fucking pussies. I'm gonna sit here and take it and they're gonna continue to lose. Um the people on the left, they'll cheat. They'll do whatever it takes to win. Whether there's um whether it's ethical or not. And the right will always be behind. They don't want to offend anybody. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. And it's just okay. Just get walked all over then. Um, they're pretty much like this is my analogy. It's like the left is pretty much a spoiled kid, and they're the parent that just gets walked all over. And they ain't doing nothing about it. I'm not calling for any type of violence. I'm not. I mean, I think that one day it's going to lead to that with some type of a civil war, because we're in a cold civil war right now. But it's just they don't do nothing. Um, these politicians, either right or left. The right had they had everything in 2016, and they didn't do shit. They didn't do a damn thing. And then you look at the left. They had everything pretty much in 2020 for 2 years. They didn't do shit either. I mean, they spent a lot of money, but did they legalize marijuana federally? No. And they complained about the abortion thing. They didn't ratify that. It's like these people don't. Both sides are fucking idiots. Um, but I'm just tired of these content creators just like spreading what the left is. Like all they're doing is giving these people attention. Like libs of TikTok. There's some cool things that they like. The whole concept was cool, but it's like, yeah, you're just showing us. We already know this. All you're doing is giving these people attention. You're just promoting their platform because your platform is huge. You're not doing anything. And libs of TikTok, yeah, she should have more of a reach now. She has more of a reach now, but like what I'm talking about is more of a networking. But these people don't get together and orchestrate massive boycotts. They don't do nothing. And then they sit in here and they complain about the degeneracy of our society. And they don't see that we need to separate ourselves from these people, isolate these people. Whatever the left is pushing is unsustainable. And if we just separate ourselves from these people by starting small communities, a bunch of small communities, like a decentralized type of atmosphere in red states where people actually get together in person and just small communities, revitalize run down old towns, start producing. Like these people have a ton of money, or they have access to people who have a lot of money. They ain't starting banks. They ain't doing nothing. They all they do is go up on here and complain. You know what I mean? And you can say, "Oh, you do it too." Yeah, I do it, but I'm a nobody. I don't have access to people. I can't sit here and round up all these major content creators and be like, "Hey, listen, man, let's go ahead and what? Just start a boycott. Let's boycott this. Let's boycott all this. We'll all make videos. You know, they haven't switched off of YouTube. They haven't went to Rumble and Mass, and they're all about the money. That's what they're all about. Just their money. Because like Paul Joseph Wantz is one of my favorite YouTubers, and then right in the middle of every video now is just some type of sponsor he's trying to sell. You know, like on Infowars. I know how Infowars stays afloat, but it's just annoying how they continuously peddle their crap. And that's another one. Alex Jones is all talking about, oh, he's worried about the technology, but what are you doing, man? You're not starting communities, and that's what you should be doing, starting communities. All you're doing, like, getting the word out there and the messages out there is cool, but like you're not starting communities. You guys are so worried about technology. Well, why aren't you starting Amish type of communities? It doesn't have to be Amish where you're just completely off grid and like you live in the 1800s, but you're not starting communities. You're not evacuating from these major cities, letting these major cities die. That's what should be happening. You know, what should be happening is these red counties should be pushing to leave these blue states. These people who are conservative, Republican, whatever, right leaning, they should be leaving these cities because if you got money and starting communities, and that's where it's at. You know what I mean? And they won't get off the system. They're just perpetuating the system. Start a hustle, you know, like generate more tax dollars. No, like maybe we should like starve the system. Maybe we should work less when it comes to for the system and do things that they can't really count. Like, man, do more bartering or something in your little community. You could trade different ways without having the government involved. Without, they're all the CBDC or whatever the hell it's called, the Fed coin. They're so worried about this, but what are they doing? Like, you can have your own community and then have seashells. You can use gold as your currency. You can use whatever. This is what I'm talking about. They're not doing anything to get off the system. And I'm going to say this. If you're not prepared for what is coming, if you want to continue to live in digital reality, which is cool, whatever, but I want you to understand what's coming. And I'm sure a lot of people understand this, but I'm going to say it because, I mean, I know it's obvious, but the AI technology and the deep fakes is going to get way better. So if you got pictures of yourself out here and you don't want somebody making a deep fake of you, where it could be maybe a criminal deep fake, maybe something that could be sexual, like, you should probably get your pictures off the internet. You should probably delete everything that you put on the internet and get it off if you're not prepared for what's happening. Me, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not gonna. My feelings ain't gonna be hurt. Make what you want. Um, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't promote violence. Um, I do what I'm supposed to do. And like, if somebody makes a deep fake about me and then the justice system puts me in prison for the rest of my life, then I guess I go to prison for the rest of my life. I can only live so long. I pretty much am in a prison anyway because I just go to work and I come home and that's it. I really don't want to go to prison, but I kind of already feel like I am. I just don't want to deal. I just don't want to deal with those people that are in there. So, but if I did go to prison, I'd probably do what it takes to put me in solitary confinement. I don't want to be around the population. But yeah, like they're not doing anything. Like like I said, I would get my stuff off the internet if you're really scared of the deep fakes and stuff like that, because I'm telling you, it's gonna get even better. Like they made a deep fake of Biden and Trump talking, or there's deep fakes of Biden talking, and you can tell it's fake because he doesn't have that like stutter or any type of, kind of like how I talk, kind of like lost in space type of deal. Um, uh, it's just kind of fluent and it's not natural to how he is, but eventually it's going to catch up. Eventually AI is going to be able to replicate him perfectly. This is why I was having a talk with my kid yesterday. I said, listen, with all the stuff I put out here, if it doesn't get erased, my book, my videos, my music, my tweets, everything is going to be able to replicate my personality completely. And if I pass away at some point, if technology keeps progressing, he's going to be able to take me, the AI generated version, and then put me in whatever scenario, and you're going to be able to go in the past and do different things. Like I said, he can take me and go to like a basketball game, like the finals of with Kobe and Shaq or something, and we can like be like hanging out together. You know what I mean? Like that's where technology is going. It's gonna get, if it keeps going, it's gonna get so advanced where he might even be able to recreate me in some type, like your favorite movie or his favorite movie. Um, and then just like I can play the character, one of the characters, or it's just like you're your own character. Like you're involved in the movie, but and then the AI generated characters in the movie will be able to interact, and the story will change. So you'll be able to bring other people, but there'll be AI versions, and this is why I say that people are going to be more friends with AIs than actual people. Well, we're having less and less people anyway. But yeah, that's what they should be doing. Like people who are right leaning, people who are Christians, people who are conservative, they need to get off the system because the mainstream media keeps pushing all this crap on us. Well, if you don't like it, then get off of it. Um, like the right is they're so boring and they're so uncreative. Like okay, they make Getter or they make another replica of Twitter, but they don't do anything different. It's like the same thing, but it's the conservative type. Like you don't integrate different types of things like a MySpace type of deal or anything. It's the exact same replica. Um, and if just rightly, not all, but they're just like a stick in the mud. They're kind of boring people. Um, but they're nice people. They're awesome people. Like they have a lot of morals. They have a lot of values. And I think that they're overall really good people. And there's in a lot of ways I I I'm aligned with them with traditional family values, especially. Um, like right now, I guess there's this one guy, and he's on the face of Bud Light now, and then they're all complaining about it, and then like they're boycotting. And it's like, okay, cool, but why are you guys drinking anyway? You know, like drinking is bad, and that's why I don't relate to a lot of these people because like they drink all the time, and it's like I don't drink, I don't relate to you. I think drinking is bad. I would rather, if I could, I can't because I have to have a job and they always drug test now. I would rather take an edible to relax and or to enjoy myself or smoke. But I think at this point I'd rather take an edible because it's a little healthier than inhaling smoke. But like I just don't get it. I just like why are you drinking? Like you know what I mean? Like they should be starting their own decentralized communities. That's what they should be doing, but they don't. They sit online and they bitch and complain, make money. Like I tweeted it, and I might have said this in one of my last videos or whatever. I tweeted Tommy Lauren. I said, "Listen, like, what do you like? We don't need more TV personalities. We have a ton of them. Like, you know, we don't. We need people that are activists. We need people who are going to start organizing. They ain't organizing nothing, and this is why they always lose because they're shitty at organizing. Um, for any type of cause, all they care about is grifting and making their money, and that's it. They don't, and they want to continue to perpetuate this system. Um, and they should be separating from these people. Like I said, whatever's the left is doing, that's unsustainable, and that's why they're coming after your kids is because they either get rid of their that's in the wound or they Make it so like because they make it so they mutilate their reproductive organs so they can't have kids. Um, because they got issues and they think that's the best way to go about things. Though if you do that, you can't have kids. So it's a self-correcting problem. But these people on the right are just doing nothing. Like they're doing nothing. They realize that the system is corrupt, and like okay, there's this place in my state, like, and I'm not saying that this place is great. I'm not. I'm just using them as an example. There was this bully in town, and he ended up getting shot in broad daylight in front of the whole town. And the FBI investigated. Nobody said a word. Nobody went to jail. Nobody went to prison for murdering this person right in broad daylight because the town got together and they decided they're going to do this and not do nothing. And that just shows you right there, if a bunch of people got together in small communities, they won't have to do whatever the government says. They won't have to pay. They can stop paying taxes. What's the government going to do? They ain't going to do nothing. What do they do to the Amish? Do the Amish pay taxes? I don't know. Maybe they pay property taxes. So whatever. But like they can, like I said, they can make their own currency to get themselves off of the dollar. But they don't do shit. They don't do nothing. And this problem's going to continue to get worse. It's going to get worse and worse, and they're going to continue to lose left and right. Right now, they're coming after the guns. Right after our government was very tyrannical in 2020, 2021. And right now, other countries are banding together to make to replace our world currency. That's what they're trying to do with BRICS. Whether that's going to happen or not, we'll see. I don't think that our dollar is sustainable though, because all fiat currencies come to an end. So they should be like taking the money they have and the value they have and investing in different lands and developing communities and developing their traditions and like these mega churches are a joke, man. Like that is like having a big sports stadium type of atmosphere when you get like 18,000 people. Like how is that a community? That should be like a whole town. That shouldn't be just one big church. It should be like you should have all these communities that have maybe 10,000 people in them, and that's it. And they should be like growing their own food. Um, they should have like some type of factory where they're producing something. So like the town has, or multiple factories, so the town has work for people and contributing the product to the world. Like, people are complaining, oh, we don't make nothing no more. What are you doing to start companies here to make stuff here? What are you doing? They don't do nothing. Like I said, all these people do is come up on here and complain. They're not organizing anything at all. It's just ridiculous. And I definitely want to push back on these people, and somebody should, and I'm a nobody, dude. I don't have any type of a platform compared to these massive people to be able to like say like question and to say that I'm in a cult. I'm definitely not a cult because I wouldn't be questioning these people that I generally support a lot of stuff they say. But actions speak louder than words. And the solution to whatever the left is doing is to separate yourself from them, let them live their debauchery lifestyle, and start your own communities. That's it. Secure yourself, self police, have your own currency, get yourself off of the dollar. But they don't, and they're not going to because they're slaves to materialism, I guess. They don't want to take a lower standard of living for their cause, and that's what it's all about. Like, I want to look good for everybody else. I care about what everyone else thinks. Like, I need to have a giant castle. For what? For what? I don't understand the whole point of. If I was rich, I would rather have a bunch of land with a small place on it. I would, instead of having a huge, gigantic place with a little bit of land around it. It's like it just doesn't make any sense to me. Um, but yeah.